Hello everyone, welcome back to Monster Hunter World, and today we're going to be taking on acidic Glavenus. Of course, at the time, I did not know what the hell kind of Glavenus it was going to be. I figured it was just a souped up version of the old one, so I brought a Fire Mantle, because I was ignorant. Fire Mantle does nothing in this fight. Just so you know that. Just so you know that. I don't actually know what the hell the second mantle would be. I think I ended up deciding I'd go on Vitality and Temporal, because I don't honestly know if the acid does anything or not. I might have gotten hit with it once, but this is a really fun fight for a greatsword user. Like, really fun, and actually kind of challenging. Might be one of my favorite fights of Iceborne so far, the acidic Glavenus as a greatsword user. Like, it's really fun. So, that didn't work out that well. So, we're thrown right into the fight after that. And yes, my glasses look silly. I like it. They're like the Karen problem glasses, and if you don't know what the Karen problem glasses are, you might be a Karen. And I'm sorry for that. But move on! It's time to start the fight. Even though he kind of missed the memo. He just kind of stood there and yelling. Anyway, this fight is... I honestly can't tell you what's different from regular Glavenus because I've only fought it one time and I don't honestly remember its moveset. But I don't really remember any of these, or some of these moves, so for all I know they are, I just don't remember them worth a damn. So, you know, there we go. Keep that in mind. This is from a, I guess, kind of new player's perspective because I don't really remember Glavenus that well. So yeah. Obviously, I'm not really new, because I've played Monster Hunter World to hell and back, but that move right there does get more difficult as the fight goes. He does do a follow-up spin attack to that later. Just so you know that, because I didn't know that. But that's not until later in the fight. I don't know why. Maybe it's when he's agitated. I suppose that could be the answer, because that would make sense, thinking of it. But yeah, this dude, I don't think I'd ever seen that move before, and if I had, I did not recognize it, obviously. Because I was like, oh, he's about ready to do his little stabby stab in front of him. Nope. Nope, he did like a golf swing. Or something, I don't know. It was, yeah, that's this follow-up I was talking about. That thing can catch you if you don't know it's coming, and I didn't really know it was coming. I do like how this thing basically uses its tail as a big old just spear. It's kind of nice. I mean, not nice. It's kind of actually frightening as fuck, but it makes it feel like this thing is actually an intelligent being trying to impale you to death. And it's kind of fucking scary, okay? It is. It's just straight up kind of scary when that big ass blade is just waving all around you. Of course, my dumbass did this right then. I was like, oh, I'm hitting the legs. I should do this. And my Palika goes, hey, you want me to paralyze it right just now? I'm like, no, not really. But he did it anyway, so here we are. I hit that tail. I calculated that perfectly. I'm just lying. I kind of got lucky there. Perfect placement. Because it damn sure wasn't intentional. I wish it was, but it was not. And that was a little early, as you could tell. But yeah, he has another thing that he can follow up with, and it's actually kind of fucking scary, because it's like a big whirling death of that friggin' tail just going everywhere. But if you can time it correctly, you can land your true charges. It's just kind of death-defying doing it. Like that. That was just invincibility framing that shit, because that had no business not hitting me, I'm pretty sure. But you will learn this thing's moveset as a greatsword user. If you don't, very soon, you will probably die. Probably. I tried to be fancy there, but as you saw, no dice. But this could be going far worse. This could be going far worse. I had more trouble. I think I had more trouble with regular Glavenus. Why? Because regular Glavenus actually had, what, Blast Blight, I think? He had, yeah, that was really annoying. This thing doesn't really seem to do much except possibly leave acid on the floor for certain attacks, and if you sit in it, it kinda hurts, but that's like all I remember about this. But like I said, I don't really know Glavenus like at all. I fought the regular one once, and I fought this one, well, you're watching it, so once. This area is not actually as bad to fight him in as you might think originally, because, oh my god, there's acid everywhere, and you keep spinning around like a jackass. How are you supposed to do anything? Well, you just kind of get used to it, really. In my defense, I thought I was too far out, but I was not, and yeah, you gotta keep moving. There's no room for just standing around in this fight like at all. You know what you're doing, though, and can position yourself worth it, damn. I was like, oh, he'll come back in just the right time. And he did, too. That's how you play a greatsword, my friends. You know, right before you just start diving for dear life, because you have no goddamn defense to speak of. Not like those pussy charge blade and lance users. No. I mean, you can block with the good old-fashioned hunk of metal, but, I mean, it's not optimal. And then, to be fair, you will have to do that occasionally. I was like, nope. I'd rather eat the acid damage than just die. Thank you very much. And, of course, if you want to do things fast, you don't play defensively like I am, because I honestly didn't really know a lot of this thing's moveset, so I was kind of playing very defensively at the time. I thought, oh, he'll move forward. Well, he did. He just didn't really move forward on my go. It's like, I'll just get a nice good old true charge on the leg here that I softened up. That'll work out pretty well. Every true charge on this thing feels like a monumental achievement. Okay, I'm just gonna... That was pure-ass luck, if you're wondering whether I actually dodged that or if that was a whoopsie-doodle. That was a whoopsie-doodle. A good one, but a whoopsie-doodle nonetheless. Nope, just going for the true charge. Just want to hit the true charge, and it worked out absolutely perfectly. I evaded it and hit him with the true charge all in one maneuver. And of course, the game goes, hey, we know you just, like, mounted this thing and all, and you're a stubborn motherfucker. How would you like it if your Palico paralyzed it right just now? How would you like it? And I'm like, nah, I wouldn't like it. The game's like, no, we're gonna do it anyway. Fuck you, that's why. I'm like, no, I'm not getting off this thing to do a true charge. I'm gonna knock this motherfucker down. I got on this for a reason. Was it optimal? Man, hell no. But it worked. If it was optimal, I would have just jumped off the thing, tried to get a true charge, and then hooked onto it again, but I didn't do that, because I wanted to cut this tail off. I was like, I just want to knock it down, get a true charge off, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I mean, it wasn't exactly great, but oh well. That thing is scary, man. I don't know why it is so viscerally scary. Just having a thing that has a knife just swinging around haphazardly in your direction is just scary as fuck to me. I don't know why. I was actually thinking, oh, you see what I was going for there? That was the big brain IQ play, but I was like, no. Nope. Yeah, I was going to try and hit the tail, but that was like an all-star Hall of Fame true charge attempt by like the rookie guy that had no idea what the fuck he was doing. I was trying something above my pay grade, bigger than my britches, you might say. But you know my attitude. You never succeed if you don't try. Oh, sure, you might look like a jackass. In fact, you probably will as a greatsword user. But to get that rockstar look, you gotta look like a jackass first. I've said it over and over in my Monster Hunter World series. If you want to look like a baller with the greatsword, you gotta look like a dumbass first. And this is no better place to exemplify that than right here. To be fair, I'm not sure what hit me. I think he might have did his golf club swing with his tail. I couldn't really see. But yeah, that is not where you want to fight him. Back in that little narrow thing over there. So I'm trying to like get him to move his ass. I'm trying to hit his tail just to get that tail cut off, because I think that'd make this easier. I mean, it didn't, but that's what I was going for. I think he's like the regular Glavenus. That was just bad on all accounts. I think he's like the regular Glavenus, where you can only cut the tail off when he's enraged, but I don't honestly know that. I didn't know his range. I thought he was going on me, not the Gyros. In my experience, it's usually better to be safe than sorry than to go whoopsie and just get yourself carded. I mean, we went through the carding last time, or one of the last times. Let's not do that shit again, right? Well, if he'd went forward, that might have actually worked, to be fair, but he went backward. I didn't anticipate the right direction. Ah, that was just bad dodging. There's no real excuse for that other than I'm bad. No, Sony Vegas, I didn't mean to click that. Thank you for ringing in my ear, though. But yeah. That is not a good place to be. Yep. You remember when I said he does that follow-up attack? Yeah, you gotta get used to that shit, and you gotta get used to its stat. Because if you don't, that happens right there, and you look like a dumbass. Plus, I was completely out of position for that actual, attempt to actually do something to him. So I had to just take what I could get here. Which was nothing, because his ass moved about 30 feet in that direction for really no discernible reason that I could find, other than to fuck the player off. But, that's the way it goes in Monster Hunter World. At least with my bad self, because I'm not very good. I'm like, well, you know what, now you're gonna get pissy, so am I. I'm gonna get pissy, and we're all gonna be pissy together. Except I'm gonna be happier about it. That's right. No. You want to go into a rage. I'm gonna give you a reason to be in a rage. Okay, that was actually almost close. If I'd actually did a second thing there, I might have gotten away with that, but I didn't. I was trying to tackle again there, but he's just not stopping, spinning around like a fucking Beyblade here. Seems to be his life's mission, spin around like a goddamn Beyblade, if you hadn't noticed. And somehow he moved backward there. I don't really know how, but he did it. It pisses me off, that's what it is, but he seems hell-bent on pissing me off, is what it is, what it seems like is what it is. He just wants to sit in the little narrow area and spin around like a jackass pretty much the entire time, as is his birthright, apparently, because he doesn't actually want to move over here. Oh, he finally did, thank God. Just jabbing at you with a big-ass spear. Doesn't give a fuck. At least he's not spinning anymore. That's something, I guess. Now, you might argue this was a fucking stupid idea to go back here. To be fair, I kind of need to restock anyway. But I thought it was also a shortcut at the same time, even though I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But I thought it was. Because I haven't played this game in actually forever, so yeah. I play this game once or twice a week, basically, so that's what you're seeing. I was like, yeah, the fire is not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna pick something that might actually do something for me, so I'll go with the Vitality, even though I haven't actually put any decorations in it, because who the fuck puts stuff in there? I don't know what the hell you put in that. What do you put in that? A recovery gem, I guess? I have no idea what the hell you'd put in a Vitality mantle. Who the fuck uses that? I mean, besides me. But yeah, figured while I'm on the way back, might as well grab some mining outcrops. Maybe I'll get lucky with a pure crystal, though I think the pure crystals only come from the blue ones, but I need those pure crystals very badly, so I was in a big hurry to try and get those. And as it turned out, I was kind of right. It was actually kind of a shortcut. Not really, but at least it wasn't too far away. I don't really know what else to say here, though, but yeah, you gotta get used to dancing underneath this thing, and I mean you gotta get used to dancing underneath, because if you don't get used to dancing underneath this thing, a lot of wonky shit's gonna happen. And by that I mean you're gonna get ripped to shreds underneath it. You gotta know where to dodge underneath it if you actually want to not get hit with this tail thing. And you gotta get used to actually knowing what you're doing, otherwise you're just gonna make an ass of yourself. And to be fair, he just backed up. Why, fuck you. That's why we don't really have a reason. He just wanted to back up. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. You literally just watched it. It was fuck you. He just backed up because fuck you. That's, again, the game's birthright, as is dictated. So I'm like, ah, Jesus Christ, you back up every goddamn time. Nobody really knows why, you just do it. You think I'd get used to it, but I never do. Because I'm like, oh, it's just a goddamn stone. It's not gonna knock him over. It knocks him over. It always fucking knocks him over. You saw it as well as I did. Maybe not knocks him over, but yeah, I was like, no, I can still hit and he can't hit that, because he's just gonna run. It's hard to predict when he's just gonna go, nope. Nope, fuck you. Don't want to deal with you. Oh, this was the supposed shortcut, and I was an idiot. That's right. I was like, oh, I'll just take the shortcut up to him. Wait a minute. Aren't you just going back to where you were? Yes, I was. Okay, I forgot. I hate that things like that when they're that big and you hit them with the shortcut, and then they fall back 20 feet. It's like, oh great, I'm in a true charge animation and you just fell back about 10 feet, so I can never hit you. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, really. I really do. It's annoying as fuck, that's what it is. I can understand dazing it and maybe knocking it over a couple feet, but, you know, knocking it back 10 feet with some rocks? Seriously, bro? That don't happen. Or at least it shouldn't happen. But it does. It does. If I'd actually held that back a few seconds, that would have been fucking sweet, but I didn't. And of course, he wants to sit in the little hallway because he doesn't actually want to allow you to do much, so he just wants to sit in the hallway, as is, again, his birthright, apparently. That was harrowing. I didn't actually mean to do that, but I did. And he's pissy, because he's always pissy. Woo, that was some frame dodging. Stay away. Okay, now you can go. I was trying to jump there, as you probably guessed. I was trying to jump off, but for some reason he has taken domain up on the higher ground. Thus, I cannot actually do what I'm attempting to do. It's actually kind of annoying, just because it's kind of hard to hit him when he's up here, funny enough. But that didn't stop me. You know, I got my prize, and I was proud of that. I don't know what it is. I just, for some reason, just never remember the second attack in these chains. It's like with Nargacuga. For some dumbass reason, I never remember this. I don't know why. I really should. It happens every time. But I don't. As if evidence right there. Game just does not want to allow me time to recover, as is its birthright. But it doesn't matter because I'm not stupid. And don't get killed over such things. Most of the time. Most of the time. I'm like, no, I can... This is great. This is fine. And it was, too. I was proud of that true charge. Not so much this one, though, because the game fucked me again, but, you know... The one true charge was good enough, I guess. It's like they purposely designed this shit. Let's make it so the greatsword users just cannot land a true charge after the thing falls down. It'll be just not enough time. Just not enough time. Why? Fuck them, that's why. I swear, it does feel like that sometimes. I don't think it was designed like that, but damned if it doesn't feel like that sometimes. It's like there's just enough time for the player to get over there, get their little shortcut, and just before it lands, he gets up. I can't help but feel that was totally intentional. And the game fucks me here. Why? Because it's its birthright. It had to put me up there, because if I wasn't up there, I might actually hit a true charge. And he pushed me because of his dumbass little flailing. I mean, I got the true charge, it just wasn't a very good one. It kind of annoys me. And that was actually guaranteed, not guaranteed, that was actually intentional. Well, I don't think that would have hit the tail anyway, but I had a chance at it. So I was dead set, I'm gonna get this tail, I'm gonna carve this tail. Now which one did I cut this tail off on? I couldn't remember if it was the bigger one or the smaller one. It's that one right there on the left. You can actually see it on the right behind you to the left. There you go. There you are. But anyway, I got the tail. That is the Greatsword Creed fulfilled, so at least there's one less thing I gotta worry about, you know, that's something at least. So let's sharpen up, eating the steak, because, I mean, I don't want to go in there with less than max stamina. That's kind of bad. That's why I always carry steaks on me. Excuse me, in Master Rank, because fights take a while, because I haven't upgraded my weapon, or really much of my gear, only the one piece. Oh, you... okay, well, you come over here then. Good job on that, by the way. Hope it was worth it. You walked right into it. Am I gonna screw this one up? No. I'm good. I broke the head, too, so I was pretty happy. Because I'm an actual hunter now. Nope. I want to hit you again. You're gonna take this greatsword in the face, because you pissed me off now. And he did, too. I learned a little bit. Not much. Just a little bit. Unfortunately, not enough to really be dangerous, but enough to nearly get myself killed. And this is why you have Vitality 3, if you're going to use a greatsword. Okay? That's why you do that. Because you can try and make the highlight plays, and you might actually manage them. You might also just end up getting yourself hit like a dumbass, though. As I've said before, to look like the All-Star, you gotta look like the dumbass sometimes. I actually meant to do that before you think that was an accident. That was actually totally meant to be. I was like, well, I'm just gonna hit him in the head, just because I don't think this will stop him from running, and it's probably better damage than hitting the body anyway, so fuck it. So, I didn't really know what else to do here other than just doing this and hitting him, because I can't really catch up to him, so I was like, I might as well just keep doing damage as he runs, right? I mean, that's about 200 damage a time, so it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's consistent. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I've still gotten this far with the Wyvern Ignition, but hey, it's kind of a fun challenge. I mean, it is kind of fun. Plus, I just really like this greatsword, so yeah. If you don't like it, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, it'd be more of a challenge if I did things like with a lower greatsword, but I didn't do that, so yeah. Anyway, back to the acid pit, and he's on the gyros again. It's kind of hard to tell what he's going. Don't go close to it. There we go. I actually learned something. A little bit. Not how to hit it, but how to not get hit, at least. That's scurry. It's not scary, it's scurry, with a U. There's a distinct difference between scary and scurry. I made it. I made it. Like I said, you can do that shit, but it's kind of death-defying when you do that. Yeah, not really great. Just saying. You can try it. Just know that if you do that, you're taking your life in your hands as a greatsword user. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to us, and because it's its birthright, it falls about 15 feet away. Why? Fuck you, that's why. You don't have a reason, it's pretty much just fuck you at this point. Oh, you missed your true charge because it fell 15 feet away? Fuck you. No, that's the reason, John. That's why we created it that way. I thought, oh, he'll move. No, he's just tired boy. He don't give a fuck. Think he cares about messing up my true charges? He probably revels in that shit. I swear, the game developers were sadists when they made this expansion for greatsword users. They hated us greatsword users in this expansion. They gave us shit greatswords. They gave us fights like this. I don't know, man. I'm on that conspiracy train now. I know someone's gonna say, well, when you get used to these fights, it's actually not hard to land true charges. Oh, I'm sure it's not. I'm just saying. For us, he just went he just like, well, he's aiming toward the right, I'm gonna go left. Fuck him, that's why. Also, because he had this spawn preordained, so that's probably why. I missed. I missed the one attack I actually tried to hit. Kind of hard to predict what he's gonna do, and he just runs around and starts walking around in random directions. Kind of hard to predict that, Capcom. I'm just saying, kind of hard to predict that. You gotta at least make the AI at least a semblance of intelligent if you want us to be able to predict shit. That's all I'm saying. Well, I thought he was gonna do his tail, like, circle. I thought I was gonna try and land that, but he just didn't really go that way. So your theory was to try and land a true charge on one of his fastest and deadliest moves mid-move. You heard me. That was my attempt. It didn't work, but that's what I was attempting to do. Was it intelligent? Not at all. But it would have been fucking funny. I was like, oh, I've done this before, let me try it again. Well, it would have worked if he hadn't just moved at the jankiest angle known to Monster Hunter kind. But if he hadn't done that, that would have landed. I don't think this might actually work. Well, that was actually pretty kick-ass, but I don't think he'll get back here in time. No. But I didn't get hit. I've said it before, and more than a few times I'm pretty sure, but playing a greatsword is like all or nothing. You either, it's like playing a daredevil type character. You gotta be in the shittiest place in the shittiest time to even get your big hits off. And if you're not in that shitty place at that shitty time, you're not getting your big attack off. So to get the big damage, you gotta put yourself right in harm's way. And you gotta not die. That's why I love Greatsword. It's a game of chicken with yourself. How brave are you willing to be to get that damage in? And you know me, my friends, I'm willing to go for those Hall of Fame true charges. I don't land them very often, but I'm willing to try them. And eventually, if I play the game enough, I will get to the point where I can land them. And yes, I got my pure crystal. I got one. One. But I think that's all I need for one particular... I think that's all I need for my upgrade. So, for one upgrade anyway, so that's good. So, yeah. That's about all I got for today, everybody. We fought Acid Glavenus. But we're not done quite yet. We do have to have a little bit of a pseudo cutscene after this, so we're not going quite yet. I did get a new jewel, I think, or whatever you want to call this. I got a new one. I don't know how useful it will be, though, but I did get one. It's like defense. Yeah, defense lock. Which is decent for Devil Ho. I don't know if anybody in Iceborne actually has that mechanic, but for Devil Ho, that's pretty decent, I suppose. So not a total loss. I'm just happy to get new decorations. I forgot they were called, but yeah, I was just happy to get new decorations, because new decorations are fucking sweet. Celiana's new defenses have arrived safely. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't come to the rescue. You have my thanks. Final preparations are underway on the Dragon Razor. We'll need that completed if we hope to drive back Velkhana. There have already been sightings just outside Celiana's gates. We don't have much time. Let me make this clear. Our mission now is to drive Velkhana back and protect Celiana. Phase 1 is distract or bind Velkhana to stall for time until that Dragon Razor is finished. The only things protecting Dragon Razor or Celiana are you hunters and barricades. See that the barricade isn't breached. Phase 2 begins once the Dragon Razor is complete. We hit Velkhana. Once it's fully built, we'll need to load fuel into the Dragon Razor before it can be fired. Alright, field team, finish any last minute prep and accept that quest as soon as possible. As soon as preparations are complete, everyone in Astera, save a skeleton crew, will go to stakes couldn't be much higher, yada yada. Basically, we're doing the Zor Magdara thing for Velkhana now, I think. And it's probably going to be similar. Maybe Velkhana or some other Elder Dragon will come down the middle level, we'll drive them off, and then we'll have to fire pew 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 at Velkhana. He'll fly away like a jackass, and I have a feeling that's the way it's going to play out. I don't really know. I haven't actually looked anything up, but I'm assuming that's how it's going to play out. Okay, maybe not, because Zor Magdaros was fucking huge. I have no idea how this is going to play out, but I'm sure we're going to have to fight it at some point in its upgraded form, and then probably have to drive something back at the same time. Anyway, I don't want to guess anymore, so I will see you all tomorrow. Don't know if it'll be more Monster Hunter. Probably will. Depends on my schedule, though. But yeah, I'll see you later, everyone. Until next time.